Hello Zebra and welcome back to Plants vs. Zombies. And today we're gonna be continuing with World 3. We began it in the last episode. We're continuing forward with it in today's episode. And we're in the backyard again. So I did wanna talk about a couple things. First off, let's check out the new plants we got. We got the jalapeno last episode at the very end, and why that is because of this guy down here, the Zombunny. I always thought it was Zombini, but I guess yeah, it's Zombunny. Basically it's supposed to be a ice thing. You put them on ice rinks and they make it icier or something. But what really is difficult about them, I guess we'll see, is that they'll fill up the whole lane with ice, and that can be really hard to deal with, which is why we want this guy to unheat it, basically. So with that being said, we're gonna worry about everything else as well. I think that it would be fun to do like a repeater, and then maybe 3 repeaters. I don't know, we have so many options, it's crazy. I definitely don't wanna have the squash. We'll do that. Okay, that should work out just fine. Things are gonna get more and more interesting. We still have the rakes. As we get more and more plants, of course, but a lot of you have been asking me if I plan on fully 100% completing this game. And it depends, because this game can get very extensive when it comes to 100% completion. I figured I'd push it as far as you guys wanna see it. Of course, like if we wanna get full 100%, we need to basically beat the same story mode twice. The second time you go through it though, you get all of your plants available from the very beginning, which is nice. Beyond that, of course, it's getting all of the money to do a whole bunch of other stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff you can do. And I plan on getting every plant and playing through every mini game and doing all the survivals to an extent. I would like to get most of the achievements, if not all of them. But if you guys wanna see every shred of detail, then I definitely will. It just sort of depends on the support of the series. You know, if it seems like after we do the main story mode and the mini games and stuff, people sort of fall out of interest at that point, maybe that'll be when we're done. I would like to get as close as I can to 100% though. Especially since I've really, in the past, I have done a series on PvZ before. It was live streamed, so it wasn't as high quality as hopefully this one is, but it was also a couple years ago. So a lot of people weren't even a part of the Zebra herd at that point. So a lot of you, this is your first time seeing me play this game. So I wanted to, replay it for that reason, but beyond that, I also wanted to just play because it's fun. But because of all of that, that's why I'm just sort of like, I wanna go as far as I can. Sort of lost my point in the middle of all that, because I'm also trying to focus on what our strategy should be here. I'm thinking that for right now, we can just get the repeaters out here. And then maybe we could worry about the 3 repeaters in a couple of moments. But yeah, we should be pretty good. But yeah, it depends on how much you guys wanna see how far we go. I could do some things off camera, like maybe replay through the story mode a second time. It really just depends. There's a minimum I wanna do though, is what I'm trying to say. And that is complete the story mode. Try not to forget about this guy. And also do all the mini games and that kind of stuff. Every achievement might be quite difficult to get to, so it really does depend beyond that. We'll find out as we go. I'm having fun right now, and that's all I'm worrying about. But we should be getting a new plant sometime throughout today's episode, I think. That should make a lot of this not even just more easier, but more interesting as well. Let's go ahead and do that. So we do got this guy, which I'm just gonna get rid of him right away, because I don't quite have the plants I want for these lily pads just yet, which of course is going to be the 3 repeater, but that should be right now. Awesome. So I don't know when the Zombunny is gonna pop up, and that's why I'm trying to get a constant flow of sun in. That way, whenever he pops up, I can immediately hit him with this jalapeno, and that'll be great. So, what do we got? What do we got? That sun and that sun. We need one more sun. There we go, thank you, sunflower. Pretty good so far. Lots of brown coats, so I'm not too worried. We definitely need a repeater in that second to bottom lane. But here's something I've never actually realized about the backyard that's different. In the front yard, there's only 5 lanes. And then when I was playing in the back of my mind, I'm like, something feels different, and I don't know what it is. It's that there's 6 lanes in the backyard, and I never really realized that. There's 2 on the top, 2 in the bottom, and then 2 in the center. Which is different than normal front yard where there'll be 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 1 in the center. Or just 5 normal ground lanes. So that's interesting. I never really realized that there are 6 lanes here, but there's 5 in the front yard. And I'm pretty sure there's only 5 on the roof as well, but that's a little bit of spoilers, isn't it? I'm sorry. Okay, so let's start getting some more walnuts out here. Oh, pick up that coin. Forgot that we're still working on it. Okay, so here is the Zombunny. I'll let it come out a little bit, that way you can see what it is. But as you can see, it comes out, and all that ice is gonna be covering up is a huge problem because we can't plant any plants there. And you can't just sort of let it do its thing because it'll roll right over those plants. It doesn't have any kind of eating animation, it just boom, squished. So that's not good. We gotta move quick about that kind of stuff. Okay, so we have enough to put this here, even though I don't think we'll need it. I think for the rest of it, if we can afford it, we'll have 2 or 4 more three-peaters, or maybe 2 more three-peaters and then 2 more repeaters on the edges. Maybe that would be good. No matter what, I'm sure it'll work out just fine. I'm having a lot of fun with this game though. I'm so glad to be replaying it. Okay, so I grabbed a couple of those. I'm gonna put a repeater out there on that edge. We haven't been running into too many bucket heads recently, oddly enough. Oh, big coin and a small coin. Came in pairs. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Also, a lot of you have been asking if maybe once I'm done this game, could I move over to PvZ2? And I'm thinking about it. There have been a couple times now where I've been like, should I start a PvZ2 series? Every time I think about it, they make a major change to the game that, you know, like isn't a bad thing. But it always makes me think, okay, maybe now's not a good time. I have all this other stuff I'm worrying about. Because I know the first time I was thinking about doing a PvZ2 series, they changed the order of the worlds. Because originally, the order of the PvZ2 worlds was a little bit different than it is now. And I'm like, oh, okay, I've never really played through all the worlds before, so it would be weird to do it now. Now they've changed the order. I don't know which order would be right to do them in. And then they made it so that like, you don't have to earn up keys, so you can sort of do it any way you want, I think. Let's get rid of that Zombunny. And then of course there's all of the, you know, seasonal stuff I missed out on in PvZ2. Like that's sort of the thing. PvZ2 is a lot more of a modern game in that way and has tons of seasonal events and stuff. And you know, plants you can only get by paying for. So it's just like, I just really don't know how to tackle a PvZ2 series. But if it's something a lot of you do want to see, I definitely will figure it out. Maybe we'll just sort of wing it. Just start playing the game and just do what we want. Anyways, boom, we got ourselves a new plant for completing level 3-6. It looks very angry, and it looks like just pudding with a bunch of triangles on it. It is a spikeweed, pops tires and hurts zombies that step on it. So this is an interesting sort of different way to get rid of the Zombunny, and it's a bit more permanent because it's just on the floor. You'll be able to see what I mean in just a moment, but for now, I think we're gonna go with more of a snow pea strategy with the three-peater, and then we could do this, that, and that. Actually, besides the jalapeno, we showcased the jalapeno last time, and you can tell how the jalapeno was a bit different. It doesn't have like sort of an area of effect as much as it has just that one lane, so it's good to keep that in mind. Anyways, yeah, now we have the spikeweed, and these guys are interesting for sure. I do like them a lot as a plant. They usually come in handy quite often. Okay, so we know where the first zombie's gonna pop up. It's on the top there. The rake sort of gives us a good prediction of that. I think this is our last level with the rake, unfortunately. We could always buy more, but I've never really found it worth the cash. The only reason I bought it is because I wanted to show it to you guys, but it is pretty cool. If you are ever struggling with the level, it can give you that little bit of a head start you might need, and that could be good. For now, we're just gonna focus on potato mines and lily pads as much as I possibly can. Probably shouldn't be focusing on lily pads right away. Could have put another sunflower down instead, but that works for now. Okay, got that one. So now I can put down a lily pad because I have sort of some overflow. There we go. I'm just gonna, you know, keep dealing with this. We have 3 rows, or not 3 rows, but 3 gigantic waves to deal with of zombies this time, so it's surely going to be difficult. I'm trying to prepare for that as much as I possibly can. That guy I should be able to get rid of with a potato mine, so that's exactly what I will do. And I'm thinking of maybe even having 3 rows on the top and bottom of sunflowers instead of the 2. So I'll have like 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3 from top to bottom. Because like I said, I want to try to invest as much as I can, because before, I guess things are a little cheaper now, because before we had the repeaters and three-peaters, which would have been $325 for the repeater, or for the three-peater, and then $200 for the repeater. Now that we have the snow pea, it's a little bit cheaper. But yeah, I want to be able to go as far as I can, but now I put the three-peater in the wrong spot, so maybe I should just keep with what I got. I could put more sunflowers in the water. That may work for me, but maybe that's a bit too risky. I don't know. Right now though, the three-peater's getting to work, which is great. I'm definitely gonna put a potato mine towards you because I don't lose anything for it, that's for sure. Okay, so that'll probably be all the sunflowers I need. I can only hope, right? If not, I'm gonna be a bit concerned. Okay, I can put another little pad down like that. I could put like a snow pea there, just so that if anything does attack, we can sort of slow it down a fair amount. And maybe I won't even worry about putting any three-peaters in the water. Because if I put one on the you know, if I put a three-peater here and then here, that covers all lanes, which is pretty good. I think I might even be able to throw another potato mine at this guy. I think that's exactly what I'll do. Just trying to be very conservative while I have the opportunity to. And then we also are gonna start wanting to do walnuts, especially if there are more aquatic zombies popping up. We saw the historical zombie already, and he's been a big pain in the booty. So yeah, he's gonna go kapow, or spadow, that's what it is. Okay, so double repeaters working out pretty well on the top lane. I think that's gonna get rid of that guy. It's practically like having a repeater in each lane there. So I just need another 325, I'm almost there. Got it, got it. Okay, good stuff. So every lane is covered by double or three-peater, which is pretty cool. So now we're just gonna keep focusing on that. I could probably put like a snow pea in front of them. For now, I'll do this while I'm deciding. And that guy's gonna get eaten by the tangle kelp, if not anything else. Also, some of you let me know that the grave buster that we saw in the nighttime levels is apparently a tree stump, which I've never really seen it that way before. But I guess it's definitely possible. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do this and get this guy. Can only hope that was a good idea, but I do have another one if things get nasty. So some people were also saying that the flag zombie is slightly quicker than a normal zombie, and I did see that sort of when he walked into frame there. Okay, so we do finally have a bucket head. This is our first major wave. I thought we had already gotten through one, but I was wrong. Oh, he's a bucket head, so we're just gonna go ahead and eat him up right away, because that's not gonna be fun to deal with. So I only need like one snow pea per lane. Once again, I sort of messed that up here, so I might just do that really quickly, and then do that. If we have one snow pea per lane, everything will be great. Okay, because that slows everybody down accordingly. Get you there. Now we just gotta save up a ton for more three-peaters. Just like an onslaught of them, a total army. There's a snorkel zombie coming up. I'm not too worried about him down there. He's got the walnut in his way. Okie doke. And somehow he did get slowed down. I guess he got slowed down before he entered the water, which is interesting. Didn't really think that could happen, but it makes sense. I can put that there. Okay. We probably wanna slow him down. So there we go. Now there's a snow pea in every lane. Things should work out just fine. We'll probably have some extra three-peaters in the top and bottom lanes. Even if it's not too helpful, it should be fine. Anyways, I haven't showcased our new plant right here, which is the spikeweed. I've sort of totally forgot about it. It's best to put it in front of a walnut because as you can see, it just sort of sits on the floor and it's impossible for zombies to eat it. And it just sort of does damage to their feet over and over again. It's a great way to sort of damage them down. Now we can put it in front of a zombini or zomboni and it will pop the tires. But in exchange for that, it will also sort of break, so you'll have to put another one down. But seeing how they're only 100 each, they're really not that tough to get. So we're actually gonna, you know, the very front or the farthest right two columns, we're actually going to just constantly have 2 rows of spike weeds over there. Okay, so it just really helps with dealing extra damage that way. So I can put another one there. I do need to, no, I clicked off the game. I didn't mean to do that. How clumsy of me. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Okay, I got some of this. I'm gonna put a walnut there. Awesome, awesome stuff. A huge wave of zombies is approaching. Oh, come on, zombies, approach me. What's the best you got? I haven't really gotten the most symmetrical row of plants so far, but I've done what I can. This is only our second. We have another huge wave after this we'll have to survive. Get the three-peater there. Okay, now we're looking a bit more symmetrical. I can put some guys there. Yeah, this is actually working out pretty well. I'll put that guy there, and then that there. Okay, so I think we're surviving just fine. We've really gotten past this point where we never need to worry about like having cherry bombs. I mean, eventually it might be helpful to get some of that stuff again once the difficulty starts picking up, which is, you know, this is the part of the game where it really does. I don't know where that Zombunny is. Maybe there's only one of them, which would be a weird choice, but it's definitely possible. We are throwing some damage everywhere. So on the top there, you can see there's a Zombunny. Boom, it hits the spike weed and it pops. It explodes, actually. I don't wanna ride a vehicle that when a tire's popped from it, the entire thing explodes. That seems like a safety issue and also completely unnecessary. I would fire the mechanic that made that. Unless it was that way by design, for whatever reason. Anyways, here comes another one. It's gonna pop that. I'm just gonna boom, replace it. I think it is a little bit more useful and practical compared to the jalapeno, just because it's easy to place. They restore really quickly. They're cheaper than the jalapeno. Hard to pronounce for me. And yeah, I think that's why it's worthwhile. And they can also go to hurting other zombies in the long run. So yeah, it's also a great combo with the snow pea because you can really slow them down while they're constantly taking damage from the spikeweed. A huge wave of zombies is approaching. I'm fine with that. We got our perfectly symmetrical setup now. Okay, it's our final wave. Don't break my symmetricalness, you monsters. There we go, not bad, not bad. It's working, it's working. Yeah, this is the final wave, so I think we'll be okay. I mean, I could put something there. It doesn't really matter much. But yeah, we did good. We did just fine. Go ahead and pick up some more of this sun and put one there. Okay, can you guys, one of you get eaten by that spikeweed or that, no, tangle kelp? There you go. Symmetrical, yes, okay, this is the plant I was talking about earlier. I'm a really big fan of this one. It is a 175 sun cost plant called the Torchwood. Peas that pass through it turn into fireballs. Very cool one. So not only are our peas very powerful when they shoot out multiple peas at once, they can be even more powerful when they're on fire, and that's exactly what we're gonna be seeing now. So you can see that there isn't too many new zombies except for this guy right up here. He is the Dolphin Rider zombie. So I'm really excited to check all this out. I think we're gonna keep things pretty simple with the repeater. Spikeweeds are still great, having the walnut potato mine, lily pads, and then I think to wrap everything up, let's go ahead and do, ooh, hard to say. I think cherry bomb would be good, just in case things don't go our way. But yeah, Torchwood's a lot of fun, so I'm excited to try that out a little bit. Now you may notice that it turns the peas on fire. What does that mean for the snow pea? It actually does undo the effects of snow pea, so if a snow pea shoots a shot and it goes through the Torchwood fire, I think it just gets on fire. It doesn't like return back to a normal pea shooter shot. Yeah, so it's actually not worth it to put a snow pea in front of a Torchwood. You would want to put the Torchwood in front of the, you know what I mean. Make it so that, you know, his shots aren't going through the Torchwood. Put a potato mine there. So far, so good with this. We're building things up pretty well. But yeah, this is really gonna pack us a good punch. Being able to throw out tons and tons of peas and they all be on fire doing extra damage will be really good. It makes quick work of a lot of zombies, so I'm excited for it. And in the meantime, we can put down a lot of sunflowers, and you can really get a good spread with it if you can get some Torchwoods in front of, oh, that second zombie popped up pretty quickly. A little concerning, but Potato Mine should still be able to do away with them. But yeah, when you get it comboed up with the three-peater, it gets insane. I did not mean to put you there, but that's okay. So I'm almost at a spot where I can afford a repeater right now. But yeah, the only problem is it's a little expensive, but at the same time, it's sort of justifiable because you only need one per lane. Are you going to explode or not? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness, that was really close. That was way too close. So we can just get a repeater out that way, and we will do just fine. Sorry, I'm trying to sing along to the music when I shouldn't be. Okay, got rid of that guy. Of course, it's still brown coach for the most part, so it's easy to deal with. Put that potato mine there. That should definitely be enough of a distance to deal with him. But I'll put a repeater there just in case. Okay. See, we're doing really well so far, really well. And I'm hopeful we can continue that way. Only have 2 major waves to deal with instead of 3, which will be way more doable. And we got a cone head this way. So I think now's a good time to put out our first Torchwood if we could afford it, but we're also trying to afford a number of other things. Okay, in the meantime, I wanna put another repeater here, Torchwood, walnut. Okay, that looks good to me. Don't know when we're gonna be getting our first underwater zombies. I didn't get tangle kelp, so that's something I need to be aware of. I need to be super duper careful of when water zombies pop up, because if I don't have any proper protection there, probably only gonna do 2 rows of sunflowers in the water then, just so I can get started, because there's one popping up. That's what I've been talking about. Get 200 and got it. So it's gonna be tough at first to afford all this, but once we get going, we're really gonna be getting going. So that's gonna be good. I need just 2 more suns. There's one, there's another one. Got it. So that cone head shouldn't be that big of a deal. Put another walnut. We could even put it here. Might be a good idea, because I don't know how far that guy will go. I don't wanna risk it. Okay, so lots of things I can do. I figure we should go ahead and put our first Torchwood down. And I could be a little bit unorthodox with it and put it here first. just like that, so it can deal with this cone head. And you can tell it really does some damage. We already knocked the cone off his head. Like, man, is that quick work. It's awesome. Go ahead and put a repeater there. And then, like, we got tons to do. That's sort of the problem, is that it takes a lot to afford at first. Luckily, the Torchwoods respawn really, really quick as well, so that's gonna be useful. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there, and then put you there. Maybe I should have actually put that on the top lane there. Oh gosh, this is a little scary. We should be able to handle it, I think. Yeah, get rid of that guy, and then, boom, just hit this dude with some flames. That's looking good. Don't get rid of it though, don't get rid of it, come on. Also, who's eating what? I don't know. Oh, did he get the Torchwood? Oh, cause he jumps over the walnut. Okay, so that was the Dolphin zombie there. I didn't know he could jump over walnuts. I guess he can. Gotta keep that in mind. That's actually a huge risk then. Do that, and then what I'm gonna do, my preventative measure for that. Gosh darn, I clicked the wrong one though. That's a problem. Luckily, there's a huge distance between them and the Torchwood, so that should make it easier. Don't eat that Torchwood, sir. Gosh darn it. I don't like you. Come on, come on, come on. Ay, ay, ay. Because if I could put some lily pads in front of the walnuts, that'd make that work just fine. Okay, there's just so many of them. They don't stop. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of multitasking I'm going on right now. Come on, get rid of these guys, just like that. And then I'm gonna have to earn up another repeater in a moment. But as you can see, we have a nice uniform row of stuff going on for the most part. Gonna get that there. And then I might wanna have like 2 rows of walnuts over there then. Or something like that, because I don't know what else to do. So many things to click on. So many. That's another coin. We're getting a lot of money though, which is nice. Okay, so first I gotta get everywhere else set up with walnuts too. But we're all about wrapped up for this final wave. I might just wanna hold on to a cherry bomb for now, just in case things get real nasty. But with double repeater and a Torchwood, it doesn't matter how far that Dolphin jumps, we should be able to get rid of him super quick. And it looks like that might be the case. Come on, get rid of him. Which, I think we're gonna get rid of the top here because it's a lot less protected than bottom. And very cool, we already have our solution to the problem with the Dolphin. It is this big guy. He is a walnut, as you can see. He costs 125 sun. His name is the Tall Nut. Heavy duty wall that can't be vaulted over, which is fantastic. So dolphins and pole vault zombies, beware. We got ourselves the Tall Nut. So this, I don't know what level this is. This is level 3-8, I think. Okay, so we have a number of things we gotta be worried about here. I think I'm gonna play this one a bit cheaper. So instead of the repeater, the repeater combo, I'm still gonna focus on a Torchwood pea shooter combo. That way it's still gonna be plenty strong because I also need to now afford the tall nuts, I need to afford the spike weeds, lily pads, and those. So hopefully that's a good combo that can get me going for a while. We gotta hope. But I think having the cheaper pea shooter will be really helpful. And that's sort of the nice thing about the Torchwood is it makes it still a powerful combo. If we could get like 3 rows of pea shooter and a Torchwood, that'd be nice. But it's gonna be hard to have room for 3 rows of pea shooters. That's for sure. But hey, we're just gonna make our way over as much as we can and get as much sun as possible. We got 3 huge waves, so yeah, this is a 3-9 actually. Potato mine down there. So this is gonna be a long one. And in for the long haul, but after this though, it'll be the last level of World 3, which is great. Then we move on to the next one. I won't spoil what it is just yet. It is quite difficult though. Combines everything we've learned thus far. I don't know why, but I always used to forget about World 4. I always forgot that it doesn't move from world, like this pool world, to the final world. There is one in between. Okay, so I think I'm gonna potato mine you as well. The only thing about the Tana is it has a loading, like it takes forever to restore. I'm tempted just to put one down here, just like to get started, so that way there's not dolphins ruining my day immediately. Like it might seem silly at first, but in the long run, I feel like that's gonna be really worth it, being able to place the tall nuts as soon as they're available. Okay, so we got another dude here. I think I can actually just put a pea shooter against him and it'll be fine. I'm gonna start getting some lily pads out as well. And now I have a potato mine for when I need it, which is good. Because we're almost done with the sunflowers on the ground, which is nice. Okay, so we already have another tall nut. Actually, that didn't take too long. Okay. Put a potato mine there for that brown coat. But it's good to have these guys out now instead of later. There will be pole vaulting zombies, but the pole vaulting zombies are honestly easier to deal with than the dolphin zombies, which just are very good at overwhelming me for one reason or another. Okay, so he's gonna walk over the potato mine, so that lane should be okay for now. I still wanted to do one more row of sunflowers in the water, just like that, and this, and then get a sunflower in the water and then a sunflower down on the bottom, and we should be good. But it's been awesome. You guys have been sharing me your stories about Plants vs. Zombies, the original, talking about, the first time you've played it, how you played it, either it be on, the PC or one of the console ports. That's been very cool to hear about. I always love hearing your guys' stories about, the games you've been playing and, especially if it's the same game I'm playing at this very moment. So that's always cool to hear about. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so we're doing pretty decent so far. I do need some kind of defense here in the water. Perfect timing the second I put those down, huh? Cool, I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of that dude. But we're actually doing an okay job with the tall nuts so far. Definitely putting a spike weed behind the tall nuts is going to be very, very helpful. So I'm glad I've been getting that done. This is where we're gonna start putting out Torchwood, just like that. And that's just like 2 pea shooters getting rid of a zombie really easily. It's basically like the repeater with the Torchwood. And when we're doing a little bit better financially with the sun, we can get rid of some of the rows of sunflowers, replacing them with pea shooters to make things even better. Okay, oh, that's the wrong spot. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Okay, for now, put this in the correct spot, put a pea shooter there, and then I don't need the tangle kelp for that. You need to put a thing there, and this there. See, I'm gonna have to replace that walnut to put them in the proper spot soon. For now, I won't worry about it. Instead, I am much more worried about getting the sun and also rejecting whatever phone call I was getting. I don't want a phone call right now, I'm busy playing my favorite game. At least one of them. It's interesting, this is probably one of my top 3 favorite games of all time. It's really awesome. Like this and Little Big Planet are definitely my top 2. Oh, I mean, yeah, actually no. My top 3 games go Jak and Daxter, Plants vs. Zombies, Little Big Planet. I don't know, maybe Little Big Planet and PvZ are tied at this point. It's hard to tell. I put that in the wrong spot too, what is wrong with me? Gosh darn it. Okay, well, we can see that the pole vault zombie tries to jump over that. No such luck for him. Especially since I still need a ton on that bottom lane. Man, I'm making all sorts of mistakes right now. They are really trying to eat through that. They are not doing a very good job. Okay, so put another pea shooter there. We almost have another walnut or tall nut, but I do need one for the bottom lane, it's a problem. Just making all sorts of mistakes all the time. We have tons of sun though, so I could start doing this as well. Put this there, and then Torchwood here. Not bad, not bad. Now the spike weeds are also being very helpful with protecting us. I don't need to spend the 25 sun to get rid of that dolphin rider, so I'm not going to for the tangle kelp. Even though I could, I don't think I should. Okay, put that there. Oh gosh, we got a bucket head. It might be worth getting rid of him. Just makes things a little bit more concise for us at the least. So we got more pole vaulters. Really couldn't care less about them. Because I am gonna do that. I'm gonna pick up a little bit, okay, a lot more sun. I need 175 for the next Torchwood that we're gonna put there. And then we're mostly done. I just gotta put down one more tall nut for real, and we're good. So Torchwood, tall nut on the bottom, spikeweed there. This is our second huge wave of 3. We got the Zombunnies coming in, and that's just fine. Couldn't care less. Things are working out just fine. I do need to get these guys switched out a little bit. So we're slowly earning up our coins back. Of course, we spent a lot of them trying to get some extra seed slots, and we need to earn up a lot more. I think we need to earn up like 10,000 now. It's gonna be a lot. We're only at like 2,000 at the moment, so lots of saving to go. But there we go. This is looking a lot more complete to me. Maybe it is to you as well. But tall nuts can be super duper helpful. They are a little bit more expensive because of it, but honestly, the restore time isn't as bad as I remember. As long as you're pacing yourself well and you get them out pretty soon, and you don't put them in the wrong spot constantly like I was, you're gonna be fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and start basically removing the water lane's sunflowers because I just don't need them. I mean, we could just keep doing that until we slowly have a whole rack of pea shooters that are shooting out fire peas because of the Torchwood, which which would be pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, look at all these shots, all flamed up. It's great. Okay, so we're doing really well. I'm gonna put that spike weed there. I'm gonna get rid of this. I saw a coin fall. Soon enough, we'll be getting more than just coins. I mean, we did get like one little present that gave us mini games unlocked, which was a weird thing. That's not gonna be uncommon soon enough. Right now it is, but not forever. So we have 4 pea shooters there. That's the equivalent of 2 repeaters, which is, you know, like that's sort of the trade you make. It's pretty cheap though, so it wasn't that much of a struggle to get this all set up. I was able to make tons of mistakes, like putting the tall nuts in the wrong spot and having to replace them without it really causing me or like any kind of loss. So I'm fine with that. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. Get the spike weed there. We're doing great. Oh, that's a golden coin, taking that. Because those are 50 each. I think the silver coins are 10 and the gold coins are 50. Which is pretty nice. And there we go, that was it, okay, awesome. We're missing a pea shooter, but that's fine because we got ourselves yet another mysterious note. You found a note. Hello, we heard you were having a pool party. We think that is fun. We'll be right over. Sincerely, the zombies. All right, it's back to my backyard. Look at all these guys, that's a lot of zombies. And it's another conveyor belt level to finish off this world, which isn't too surprising. We've had this a lot. Okay, a 3-peater to start things off is actually really good. Putting you right there I think will be the best thing I can do. Got a lily pad that I'll just put there. You know, where else, right? Holding on to this tangle kelp for sure. If I could get something, yep, just like that to deal with this other side. I just need a little bit more if I wanna get rid of this cone head. There we go. Looks like we're getting lots of 3-peaters then, which makes me happy. I wanna put this there because that's where it's gonna be the most useful. Put that there, that's how we're gonna have that strategy set up. I think it'll be great. So we were able to get rid of that cone head before things got nasty. It's pretty cool because we've yet to run into a situation where the zombies get to the lawnmower or the pool things. I feel like this run has been really good because of that. So depending on where I put this, I probably wanna put it far out, but if I put it closer, like if I put it right next to the 3-peater, all 3 of his shots would have turned into fire shots. So that's something good to keep in mind. Hopefully we do get enough torchwoods that we'll be able to put one in each lane and it'll just become totally fine, whatever it might be. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some, what's it called? Some lily pads out that way. That way if we get more tall nuts, we can put them there as well. Or maybe if there's just dolphins, they can just jump over that instead. That's a problem, that bucket head. So having the double shots with that is really helping. If I could have that over this way, that'd be great too, but. Okay, there we go. But I think it might be a little too late, so I might go ahead and squish you. I have plenty more jalapenos, so if I miss out on things with the squash, it's fine. I'm pretty sure at the least. I think you need like 2 squash to get rid of a Zombunny. Takes a little bit of work. There are other zombies we see soon that take a lot of squash to get rid of. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that there, if that's the best spot for it right now. Might even wanna tangle kelp this one, because the chance of me getting rid of them properly are very low at the moment. But yeah, we're starting to do some good numbers to everybody, I like it. Okay, so this is our last 3-peater we can put in this lane. Now we're gonna start putting them in the water lane. Got that. So all of our ground lanes now have torchwood. So now we're gonna be worrying about putting them in the water lane, so that's also protected. So we already got tall nuts there. And we actually have some extra spike weed. Things are going really well here. I just need 1 more torchwood. Can you give me that? Can I also put a jalapeno here? I think I can. Never really tried that before. Putting a jalapeno in a water lane. I didn't really think it would help all that much. Maybe it will. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. Oh, you know what? I am wrong about that. Because there's 3-peaters right next to the torchwood over here, and he's not making it so his triple shots going on the up and top lane, or the upper and lower lane. So I guess I was wrong about that. I'm wrong quite often, so it's not the most surprising thing in the world, but good to keep in mind. This guy should run into the thing, but it might just be easier to jalapeno him because I have a lot of these right now. I'm just looking for more torchwoods. Like, that's what I want you to give me. I mean, these are great too. All these 3-peaters really getting to work. It's a sight to behold. But I need other things too to sustain this lifestyle I have. Here we go. So let's put that torchwood there. I think that's a pretty good spot for it. And it's the onslaught, absolute onslaught of fire shots we got. We only have 1 more lane left that they need. And we have a couple of overflow tall nuts in case we need them for one reason or another, which is great. And here we go. All lanes have torch shots now. It's crazy cool looking. And we have an extra one too, just in case things go bad. But I think at this point we could practically win. We're just gonna wait for more three-peaters to pop up. We're gonna put down the spike weeds when we can. Double golden coin and a normal one. More lily pads that we may not need, but I'll take them as much as I can. We're still not getting any more three-peaters. I might start putting these tangled kelp down because I just don't know what else I'm gonna put down. Because these plants in the water, these zombies in the water are definitely getting torn up. Lots of zombonies are there, getting rid of my spike weeds like crazy. And there's another three-peater, awesome. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 three-peaters. So basically, each three-peater shooting out 3 peas, so 14 times 3, of course, is 42. 42 peas being shot out every couple seconds. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so I am all out of stuff. We might wanna just do another row of taunuts or something. I just don't know what else to do with it. That would also sort of be not that wise. I'm waiting to get more three-peaters. We could just like put Torchwoods back here for no reason. Just do a little bit of lawn art, right? I'll pick up these coins for sure. Gotta be careful because we are starting to run low on spike weeds. Okay, got another three-peater right there. I'm gonna go ahead and jalapeno that and jalapeno this. So many coins, holy cow, it just never ends. So do this, and that, this, and that. There we go, lawn art. And of course I can start putting three-peaters like there in the meantime. And there. And if it seems like, you know, there's a spot where there's like a tall nut where there could be a three-peater, I'm just gonna replace it. Not a big deal. I mean, I'm not really using these tall nuts anyways. There we go, the lawn art's complete. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Except for, you know, just torchwood and 2 tall nuts, that's really it. Okay, so that was pretty good. We got a huge wave remaining. I think it'll be fine. We got extra lily pads as well. There we go, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jalapeno those guys. I think we'll hold off with the squash for now. But the squash can squash multiple zombies. So like, see these 2? Boom, got rid of both of them. I'm pretty sure there. Hard to tell exactly, but I'm almost positive. Hey, we won, okay. Awesome stuff, so there is World 3 completed, and what are you, little guy? I think you're adorable, that's what you are. Another zero-cost plant, because just like last time, it is a mushroom. It is a sea shroom, aquatic plant that shoots short-range spores. So, an aquatic plant that's also a mushroom. So you might be able to guess which world might be coming up next, but that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode. We are doing really well, only 2 more worlds to go. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode of Plants vs. Zombies. If you watched this part of the video, make sure you comment Zombunny Zebra so that you've watched at the end that you are a zebra-tastic viewer. Check out more episodes like this one on your screen right now or by subscribing to join the Zebra Herd. Out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time, bye-bye.